So today we're going to be playing a game called Anime Apocalypse. First thing I like to do when I hop into new game mode is see how outrageous any prices are in the shop. To be honest, these don't actually seem too bad, price-wise. I mean, maybe this, I don't know, but then again, I don't know anything about this game mode yet, so who knows. One trait reel for 100 Robux is like any anime tower defense game, so that makes sense. But it looks like we have like converting items, crafting, trades, a raid shop, store, quest. Okay. And it looks like I did put in the codes, so I do have some spins, so we might as well use them, see if get anything good from this. After a little bit of rolling, we did get the King of Curses, which isn't really anything great, but um, I don't have any coins at the moment, really, unless I have 38 coins, 38,000. It doesn't seem like I would be able to, yeah, 50k for the next one, so yeah, we're just gonna wait on that until I can store that trait, just in case I get a really bad one. What is this? This is quests. Okay, there's a store. Alright, spin for gadgets. I have a med kit, which is probably the least, so I'm gonna spin on this real quick. Well, the first roll gave me infinity, which looks like Gojo, but I might as well just go with that for now and see if it's any good. As I said, I haven't played anything yet, so yeah, I'll see you guys in. Well, I guess I could start a game, friends only, maps. Looks like there's only two maps. There's a survival mode, difficulty, normal, hard, nightmare, gravewalker. Let's just do a normal create, just me, and let's get in there and see what it's like. Once again, I did forget to put sound on, but that's fine. I just turned it on. Um, so it looks like I'm just bare hand fighting. There is a shift lock, which is nice. I can use Black Flash. Obviously, the King of Curses is Sukuna, so it's going to be Sukuna abilities. I have a cleave, I have flame arrow, the typical Sukuna abilities. Yeah. Well, I do like how the flame arrow seems to have like a little bit of a knockback to it. Um, I like the cleave ability. It's pretty nice. Doesn't do too much, but it does enough. Black Flash. That over with. It kind of reminds me of that one game mode I played a while back called Dungeon Hunters or something like that. Okay. This is not like that on the game though. So it looks like this is kind of like a roguelike thing where you get to choose the ability cooldowns, I guess. Geez, I'm assuming like an ultimate that I have to charge up since I can't use it yet. I'll do like any damage. Makes sense. I am like was level 1. So, um, I guess we'll go with damage. I mean, I don't really have anything else to really go for at the moment. Um, I think the strat is to just gather up the enemies and then just kill them with the abilities. Um, like boom, something like that. It does take a second to like gather them around, but I mean, it just seems like way easier to just do it like this. And we use the ability once they're all grouped. Oh, well, I guess those two didn't die, but that's essentially what I've been doing. Just walking around, gathering all the enemies, and then just comboing them down like that. I do kind of want to see, so if I hit E for my Gojo ability, oh, it's not full. Can I even use my ult then? No, my ult's not full either. Never mind. Alright, now that we have enough, I'm going to see what this ultimate is like. Let's group these guys up. Oh, it's just his domain expansion. I guess I kinda should have like figured that. It is like, you know, a JJK character. So it looks pretty cool though. It was pretty cool though. And if anyone was wondering, the Gojo ability just makes me immune to damage. Like they basically just don't attack me. So that is pretty much what it said though, so I guess that makes sense, huh? I am curious as to how many levels there are. I think I'm on the 5th level. Oh, there's a tutorial. I should probably do that, huh? Boom. You press Q while holding W. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Kill these guys real quick. Press space sideways to a wall. Ooh, wall run. They're pretty cool movement mechanics. Pretty cool. I do have this objectives thing that I have to do that I am almost done with, which is pretty nice. Um, Never mind. I guess I did it once and now I have to do it again because it just seems like it's going down now. And I know I've definitely killed more than 20 zombies in this mission. But, I mean, whatever. Um, yeah, but this is one really long mission. Oh god, these guys are so much bigger than the other ones. What the heck? Die. Whew. Scared me for a second. And then let's kill these guys. Lead level 5. This level, it seems like they're just gonna keep coming from the escalators and dropping from the ceiling. Okay. Rather than like me walking around everywhere. It makes my job of just running around so much easier. Just kiting these zombies. Oh, there's the Sukuna boss. Okay. There are boss fights. I was wondering how long it would take to get a boss fight. And he has 500 health, which shouldn't be too bad, yeah. We seem to be doing decent damage. I gotta make sure not to get myself killed. Boop, boop, boop. Use the flame arrow. Actually, I can just pop my Gojo ability and then I just don't die. Okay, so the Gojo ability did just kind of make this kind of just easy. Gather them all up so I can get a... I'm gonna kill him here, but I really want as much XP as I can get possible. So... boom boom, pick up the stuff on the ground and kill the last guy. And first mission is complete. Looks like we have a nice little end game screen here, which tells you how many coins, XP, how long it took, enemies killed, damage dealt. Nice. We'll go back to the lobby. So it looks like the traits you roll on your weapons, which means I kind of want to roll for a better, well, I guess ability. I do kind of want to roll for, let's buy this, so I can lock this and re-roll going onto this one. Well, I got the Sasuke ability. I don't know how good that is, but I'll check it out since I might as well. I'll come over here and roll for a new gadget. So we can... I mean, the Infinity one was pretty good, but I would like to see what else there is. Nice, we got the Mythic trait. Black Hole. Creates a black hole that pulls enemies in. Sounds like it could be pretty cool. And I do... Oop, didn't mean to do that. There's a raid shop, so I'm assuming there are raids. Come over here. Game mode. Yeah, so there are raids. There's an infinite mode. There's survival. We have one more map for it seems. So let's just hop in that with our new abilities and see what it's like. Okay, so the first ability we have is the Susanoo Slash. So let's group these guys up. Okay, so yeah, it just pulls out a Susanoo and attacks them. Next one would be the Kirin. Okay. Normal basic doesn't seem like anything special. And then we'll go to the next area and we'll try the Amaterasu ability. I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't. I think the Susanoo Slash is probably the best ability in this kit. Alright, so how about we try and see what this... So the Black Hole ability. Okay, so yeah, it basically just brings them into a black hole and explodes. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. I am gonna save my ult until the boss fight of this stage to show you guys because I want to actually like use it against the boss. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Alright, so it looks like the setup is the same like as the other one. The enemies are gonna come funnel into this room. I assume there's a boss that's gonna be spawning. So I'm just gonna run around until the boss spawns. Alright, so we got the One Piece character, Lava Admiral. At least I'm pretty sure he's One Piece. Alright. Alright, so let's get behind him. And let's see what this ultimate does. Okay, that's pretty cool ultimate. We kill him, pick up the loot. There's this time remaining. I assume that's when the mission's over. I just have to kill the rest of the zombies. Just a couple more. It looks like there's raid tickets. As much as I want to try and solo a raid, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I assume it's scaled for 6 people. I'm just gonna look at the rewards. So you get daily spins, cool. And there is like the 2 survival game modes. It's just these 2 maps. You have the infinite, which you can select whichever map you want to do. And then you have the raid, which is the Infinity Castle. There isn't a lot to this update because it literally has just released. However, you know, it does look like it has some potential. Um, I think I'm gonna stop there for today though, because I did complete the maps. You know, I got the couple trade, I meant the ability and the gadget that I wanted, and I got a trade on it. It's obviously not the trait that I wanted, but you know, it'll work. But if you guys want to see more of this game mode, do let me know. I will definitely come back to the future when more updates come out. If there's any other game modes you guys would like to see, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.